Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm us, Jackie Letter still Lake Jackson. Work isn't here, but my good and oldest friend Andy and my godson AJ are right over there. So I'm gonna make some special breakfast stuff, man. Like one of our biggest ones was our country breakfast, but what if you're really hungry but you ain't got time to sit down and eat like that? So I'm gonna show you how to make this quick sandwich, man. You might have to find a place that'll sell you some custom bagels, unless you live in Texas and you can go to HEB. Sorry, that's where we got it from. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, you know all the good stuff. Check out our link for our merch down the doobly-doo, and let's just get into it, man. Nobody wants to hear me talk and ramble about Texas and how HEB's better than... Okay, relatively simple, like 5 things. You're going to want some breakfast sausage, some cheese, and you're going to need some eggs because it's breakfast. You're going to need a little bit of butter to cook those, maybe, sort of, depends on how greasy your sausage is. And you're going to need some bagels. Now, you don't have to get the fancy ones like we did from HEB here, man. These are the cheese and jalapeno bagels, and they're super huge because, you know, Texas. But any bagel will do. The bigger ones, the better. I can't really brag more about HEB, but you're good to go. So, your sausage, you're going to need to let this thaw out, man. You don't want frozen sausage or it ain't going to work. It usually has markings on it. I don't see that. There's usually line markings on here to show you how to cut it and make it all equal, but I'm going to just cut it in 3 chunks. So you're going to need a decent sized skillet. Put it at about medium to medium high. Get that nice and warm. While you're doing that, go ahead and get 1/3 of your chub of your sausage, and you're going to make a patty out of it. Just mash this down. You're going to try to make it as thin and as wide as possible. If it doesn't, you cook it up. If it's too thick, the center will stay raw and the outside will cook. Oh, be careful. Yeah, this shit sticks. Go ahead, mash it as flat as possible, because you don't want it to shrivel up and only be in the middle part of your bagel. You want it to kind of cover the whole thing. So, you know, if you need to, get you a big wide spatula and kind of mash it down in there. Be careful because it will stick to the spatula until it starts cooking. So, get a couple of those, let them cook for 2 to 5 minutes, depends on your temperature and your sea level, really. Go ahead and flip those when they start getting brown. Just want to get them nice dark brown. So these aren't done yet. I'm just flipping these over to start cooking either side. If you don't, they'll curl up. So you can see that one on the right has already started to curl up a little bit. You want to get that dark brown texture all the way around. There we go. These are looking done. If you want to cut down on some of the grease, some of the fat, George Foreman style, you want to get you a paper towel, put it on your plate. I am out of my secret ingredient, the paper towel, so just pull those out. I'm doing 3 on this one, so this feeds 3 people relatively easy. If your 3rd one's not quite done because you cooked the first 2 quickly, put it to one side. Now pay attention to which side of your skillet all the grease runs to, because that's where you want to go ahead and crack that egg into. Everybody's stove is uneven. I have never seen an oven that is balanced properly, where everything stays right in the middle, unless everything's got a divot in the middle. Kind of scrape your egg whites back in. Again, like, you want it big enough to cover the entire sandwich, but you don't want it like dangling out the sides, whatever. So, and if you pile that up, it keeps the edges of it from crisping while the rest of it's not cooked yet. Right? So when you get that done, now here's a metaphor for life. Now, if you use a wider spatula, it tends to be easier to flip an egg once it gets all solid white on one side. But it doesn't always. Yes. Yeah. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just flip it over. Don't flip an egg in anger. I apologize. Here's how it looks when you do it right. If you flip it and it's angry and it's splattered, it still scrapes together. Now get your bagel. If it's not cut in half, go ahead and get you a big honking sharp knife. Shout out to Andy, who's in the other room, to go ahead and cut that bagel in half. Now get you 3 pieces of that butter, and then just put it right back down in there. Now, if you don't want to use the butter, there is still grease and stuff left in your bacon and sausage stuff. You can put it down in there. Go ahead and cook this for about 1.5 minutes, too, until it starts getting that dark brown edge around the outside and yellow on the inside where that bagel and grease is sitting. Again, see, this is where it's sitting in the butter. The other one is sitting in the grease that's already on there. It ain't healthy, but it cooks it and it tastes oh so good. So go ahead and get those done for all of them. Pull them off when they're nice and warm. Go ahead and put your sliced cheese. I should have told you to slice the cheese, but just get that block of cheese and slice it, or get the shredded stuff, put it on there. And then put your meat directly on top of that. It'll start melting that cheese a little bit. And then slide your egg right on top. Top it with the top of the bagel. It's got all the seasoning stuff on it. If you want to put anything else on it, now's the time. But I go ahead and dress it like this. The egg, and if you cook it where it's still a little bit runny, maybe even sunny side up, you don't need any other condiments or anything if you're worried about it being dry. This is an outstanding breakfast thing. like I said, it ain't healthy, but it tastes so good, man. You got to try this thing. This, I think our sausage and the bagels were our most expensive thing at like $2-3 a piece. This made 3 of us. It is completely full. This will keep you running for like most of the day. Like, this is heavy. It's going to sit in your stomach. This is outstanding. Going to give you that itis where you won't have to do anything before lunch because you just ain't going to be able to. This is outstanding, man. Like I said, my godson AJ, shout out to him. He's leaving for the Army this week. He was here to taste this one for me, so thank you very much. And to Andy, who's his father, who just happened to bring him over. And there you have it, folks. It ain't healthy, but it's good and it's fast and it's inexpensive. I hope you can enjoy the food, at least the outro of this. All my friends are silently chomping away in the other room. It's outstanding. It's always great to see somebody enjoy your food. If you do it differently, you want to see us do it differently, put it down in the link, man, down in the comments. That's what the comments are for, right? Or you can find us on social media. You can also find us at Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. You can find us all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. You can also find us at Instagram at Living Between. We had to shorten it over there. And, a very special shout out to our patrons. Thank you very much. We couldn't do this without you. We have some more exclusive videos coming for you guys pretty soon. And I'm going to go eat mine before they run out of theirs and try to attack mine. I'll catch y'all later.